Thanks so much for joining us. And we have our parenting discussion about to begin now. We have Prudence Daniels with us, a dynamic entrepreneur and professional early childhood practitioner. She's passionate about child development, and we're discussing this very important topic, supporting my child's teacher as a parent. Now, that word supporting is underlined here or is in bold because there have been reported cases of parents, going after teachers for certain decisions that they make within the classroom space. But I would love to hear your take on it, especially since our kids spend a lot more time at school than they spend at home with us.
Yeah, so I was very delighted to come and discuss this topic because teachers are not our enemies. Again, parents, I've worked with a lot of parents in my entire life of professional career as a teacher. And I see that every parent loves their children. They love them so much, they want the best for them, they want them to succeed. Strangely, every teacher does the same. Every teacher wants their children their pupils or students to succeed.
Are you sure that word every?
Every, yes, every. Because, so you see two sides.
Okay.
That seems to be like a loggerheads, teachers seeing parents as somebody to be afraid of, and parents seeing teachers as, I'm going to deal with you today if anything happens to my child, But we need to understand that both parties actually seek the same thing. They wish the child well. They want the best for our children.
Okay.
So we need to make that connection more impactful, more meaningful, and work together as partners.
Okay,
And
so I'm gonna stop you here because this is sounding very rosy and sweet and roses and flowers. But when we were growing up, teachers were people to be feared, especially in Nigeria, where the norm was to receive a flogging if you got questions or answers wrong. If you got your homework in late, or if your uniform was untidy. I feel like the culture is something we're bringing from past generations. Am I wrong?
Oh, well, that's the understanding when we were growing up, like many years ago, but life has changed. And, there's this popular saying that says if you keep doing the same thing and expect to get a different result, then you're not going to get a different result. You need to change your... Yeah, so I feel that teachers are doing their best to ensure that not all teachers now, because it depends on where you're coming from as a teacher. So I really want to call out to the national policy makers to begin to focus on teachers' education because it's what they know that they churn out. But from where I'm coming from, the Montessori perspective, like at my school, we educate parents on how best to treat their own children. And children don't want to go home because they are so comfortable with us. They don't get spanked, but we get to work with them so well. Okay, so school is a little more structured than home, speaking about Montessori now.
Yes.
And the routines and all of the processes and activities, for a little child, it takes a lot to take in. Yeah, but when they get home, they let their guards down because they know that they're amongst their family, they can trust like you said, they're not supposed, teachers are to be feared. Yeah. Because there's so much structure in school, they let their guards down when they get home. So, but if they understand better that just like when you go to daddy, you need mommy's permission for daddy's response and vice versa. That should be how it works with teachers and parents. Okay,
so I'm going to go back to structure now. Structuring class timetables and children generally is a teacher's job, putting the child into a routine. Yeah. But then in the end, when they get home, there is no routine. It's anything goes. They might go to bed at the same time every night, or they might not. They might brush their teeth at the same time every morning, they might not. So are you saying that lack of structure or balance of structures, plural, is what could be causing this loggerheads with parents and teachers?
Yes, and at the same time, no, because if a parent doesn't know what to do, they are lost as to what is causing their dissatisfaction from the expressions or results they are getting from their children.
Okay.
So I think that if they work together, that's why they need to support the teacher. I experienced something once at a school where I consulted, and a parent talked down on a teacher in front of their children.
Okay.
And I imagine that just like religiously they say the anointing you respect, you attract, your child cannot learn under that kind of a teacher if you continue to bring them down before them.
Okay.
So you need to, as a good parent or a supportive parent, you need to respect and uphold your child's teacher in front of them so they can trust them to work with them. A lot of children don't do well because they don't like their teachers. And sometimes it's as a result of talks from home, in the car, negative conversations about the teacher by the parents.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
Would you, okay, I'll wrap it with this. Would you agree that there are some parents who view teachers in the same way they view childminders or the help? Yes,
I totally agree. But that needs to change because a teacher is a professional. Unless probably your child is in the wrong space, education-wise, a teacher is a professional. Just like you trust your doctors to give you medication to alleviate your ailment or cure your diseases, you should trust a teacher's solution, their processes, their suggestions, and work with them. A good parent should monitor, they should support, and they should also be an advocate for their children.
Thank you so much, Ochukwu Daniels, for coming to talk to us one more time. Hopefully, we've been able to connect with you on another level. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC with your comments and contributions.